Hey everybody, I'm back. It's your boy Kid Crypto, and there's some important information I want to go ahead and put out there for y'all. First things first, I do want to do an update on my Ethereum ETF video. I want to make sure we go over. I know I projected that we would see it this past week, and that was off of Bitcoin's historical data of looking back of how they handled Bitcoins. Obviously, each ETF situation is going to be slightly different, so I do want to touch base on that. We're waiting to see it listed across CBOE, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange. Right now, I have CBOE's website up. For those who don't know, Chicago Board Options Exchange. Again, that's what we're referring to when we talk about CBOE. So let's go ahead and dive in. Again, I can't preach enough. One, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to put your money anywhere. I'm not a financial advisor. In no way, shape, or form will I ever tell you what to do with your money. But I do want to bring people to knowledge. I do want to show y'all how to do good research. This past week was a very important week. We saw a big dip, which was really nice. It was a nice buying opportunity. So I want to dive into that. And I also want to dive into how much FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, how much false news is constantly posted across Twitter. I mean, just constantly. Now X. So first things first, let's look at Ethereum ETFs. One can just go in here and type in Ethereum ETFs update right on Google, and then you want to decipher through and look to see what are some reputable sources that I can kind of see. We already know it's approved, and the final step is getting those final forms. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, off memory, 19.4B form ETF. It's the 19B4. I always mix that up and transpose it. So we're looking for this final form to be filed. And when we see these forms here, we're going to see CBOE, we're going to see NASDAQ, and the New York Stock Exchange list these Ethereum ETFs. Speaking of that, we'll dive here in a second into an update. One of the things I've seen across the crypto space is many people doing technical analysis, many people doing historical lookbacks and saying, hey, this bull run is, going to start to heat up at the end of August and run till next year. And then we'll have a crypto summer, and then it'll peak one more time, and then it'll taper off and go into a bear cycle. And I want to comment on that first. First thing is I want to mention is, how can we compare this bull cycle to previous bull cycles when we have too many catalysts on our plate? That being said, I mean, we got regulation from the largest GDP in the world, and that's the US. We're having them come with bipartisan type regulations to protect the retailer, to protect those who are doing self custody, etc. So we're seeing regulations being talked about in the US. That is huge. On top of that, we're getting ETFs. We got Bitcoin's ETF back in January. Ethereum's ETFs have already been approved. We're waiting for the listings. I've already showed y'all in my last video, XRP, Solana, and ADA already have filings on such. They're working on those ETFs in the background. I know Brad Garlinghouse talks about XRP's ETFs inevitable by 2025. I'm projecting sometime this year, but it could be 2025. I mean, I'm just being optimistic. But, I saw a video of someone doing an analysis saying, hey, it's going to be kind of bearish, up and down, sideways trading from now till the end of August. And then things will start to heat up in September, October. And I just want to say I disagree with them. I don't think we can compare this bull run to any other bull runs with the catalyst we have in front of us. And that's adoption from institutions, regulation. We're getting financial instruments like ETFs on the largest, coins out there. So I don't think we really can compare. If we have Ethereum's ETFs listed sometime, let me just pull up a calendar here, sometime this upcoming week or even by the end of June, we're going to see, a pump, and then we'll see a retracement, then we'll see another pump, and, the real pump, as I call it, after the retracement, because retailers, we're always catching up, right? The rich, the market movers, the big elites, they're getting this information firsthand, first knowledge, and they'll run it and then when retailers find out, they'll start to pump it, but then they'll retrace it, and they make y'all emotional. That ties in with why I want to talk about Twitter. I saw so many people posting this past week. Oh my God, the crypto markets are dipping. Oh my God, oh my God. I just don't get it. I don't get why y'all are emotional when things are just starting to heat up and we can see the catalysts that are coming forward. I mean, we still have to wait for XRP's settlement. That's huge news. That puts the SEC situation behind them. So diving back in here before I go off on a huge rabbit hole, so I want to find these Ethereum ETFs, right? I want to find some information, and basically, all I've been finding is the SEC has been working with those who have filed their forms back on May 31st to get these all updated, get everything in place for them to see this listing across the three different places I said, and so that is on the near horizon. I was wrong with my projection. I just was optimistic thinking they'll be as smooth and as fast as they were with Bitcoin. But then again, they've been denying Bitcoin for a decade for ETFs. So now, Ethereum's was approved that quick. We should see it by the end of June. That's my updated projection for y'all. By the end of June, I'm optimistic thinking we'll see it next week or the following week. But by the end of June, I do think we'll see it across NASDAQ, SIBO, and the New York Stock Exchange. So that's my update there. Again, you can go to the SEC's website, go to the filing section. I have several videos on this and why this is important. And, search your coins here. Many of y'all are invested in many different ones. Search Solana and see what they're pulling up here for you, right? And I like to search it by the most recent filed, and you can see there's a lot of different, it looks like, the SEC back at it again, notice of sales of unregistered securities. I don't think Solana's worried about that, but that was filed recently. It's almost like the SEC realizes they ain't getting as much money as they thought, so they're just trying to find loopholes that they can go after a booming market like the digital asset world. But yeah, use the SEC website to your advantage, y'all. Do really good research. Stop relying on just Twitter or X, whatever you call it. I see many people posting a lot of fake news out there. I saw someone this morning said XRP, created in 2012 has no smart contract capability, right? Well, just type in smart contract XRP and you can see what XRP is doing. XRP Ledger, a smart contract is a blockchain. This is giving the definition of what smart contracts are, right? And if you say, does XRP have smart contracts? You can see what it pulls up here. And this is right from xrpl.org. It uses an escrow as a smart contract. XRP is a standalone, right? You got Bitcoin proof of work, you have Ethereum proof of stake, and then XRP is even its own. Hey, we don't fall into any of those categories. So obviously they can utilize smart contracts, but they're doing it in their own way. So this allows me to dive into when people comment this type of FUD or this nonsense or whatever the reasoning is behind it, this fake news. Okay. I see it across. I saw a funny comment that Pepe is going to flip Shiba Inu. I left that one alone because that one made me laugh too hard. But I'm not here to diss on any crypto projects. I'm just here to show you how to do research and how to, someone's probably promoting the coin that they're heavily invested in and, that they're doing. And, all respect to each is their own. Cheers to you, not trying to hit, your cup or anything like that. But, this is what's needed out there. It's almost like people forget that you need to research what you're putting your money into. Don't just rely on someone with 300,000 followers on Twitter. Most likely they're doing it for their own benefit, so I want to bring y'all to that knowledge, to that information, show you how I make sound decisions and why I'm still heavily invested in XRP, Shiba Inu, their completed blockchain is down the line. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait till they see, launch their everything app and change the game for layer twos. These are things that I research daily. So, when someone comments like that and I go and I read through this, I'm like, okay, well, I see a lot of hate on XRP. Oh, XRP is not, it's a scam coin. It's a sham. It's this. People forget that XRP has been suppressed due to the SEC. As they get deeper into, people also forget Ethereum's getting sued. ADA is being sued. Solana's under investigation now through the SEC. And it could take the 2+ years that the XRP and Ripple team, Ripple's team, has been, battling for years now. But if you go back, I'm on CoinGecko here, and I'm gonna just pull up market cap, right? So actually, I'm gonna go a better way. I'm gonna go right to just XRP. Okay. So if I go to market cap and I look at all, I'm gonna go max here. You can see it was over the 125, the 130 market hit back in 2017. Okay. And it was like 2017 to 18. It was going right into 2018. XRP was the number 2 coin. And to go through a such harsh enforcement, and I mean, my own opinion is unlawful enforcement by the SEC, and still maintain a top 10 status in the face of a SEC lawsuit, and still start to gain momentum back here. This big spike up was during a bear moment, and they took it almost back up to $1 during this time when we found out that Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP is not a security. Y'all are forgetting that XRP is the only coin to date, not even Bitcoin or Ethereum, only coin to date that has that federal ruling. Basically has regulation through a federal ruling that XRP is a digital asset. It's a commodity. Okay. And, thinking back to that, this is showing you a huge breakout poised to. I'm not going to bore y'all with my technical analysis. I'll do another stream here in the near future of technical analysis. Shout out to Kimba, the Kimba gang. I followed Kimba for years, and it helped me identify, logical reasoning behind why I think, hey, crypto is going to go here, or a specific crypto I'm doing TA on is going to go here or there, looking at things like open interest and volume. And one of the things I use is Kingfisher. Thank you, Kimba. The Kingfisher. So these are things. It's another tool out there. Again, I'm not going to eat up all y'all's time with this, but this is something that, again, it's going to need its own video entirely. Real-time liquidation maps are huge. How are the money market movers? These elite money market people that move the markets, right? How is that money coming in and how's it flowing? That's very, very important. Another one is the CME. Okay, the CME is a group that is the world's leading derivatives marketplace. Okay, so I go straight to Bitcoins. I just type in CME BTC quotes right on Google. Go to Bitcoin future quotes. Okay, this is some good information. Again, this will be for the next one. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a teaser. You can see we have volume and open interest. Okay, again, I'm giggling here because just this past Friday, we see a dip and people on crypto or on Twitter, oh my God, everything's down. How much down is it really? Okay. It took a correction. There are many factors out there that you can pin it to. Maybe the feds aren't really going to cut rates the way other countries have been cutting rates. The jobs report was actually positive. There's multiple factors out there that people are pinning this to that are actual logical reasoning behind why we saw a dip, right? Not, they're shaking out the last. No, you guys that say they're shaking out the last bit of paper hands, you got to go and do some research here, okay? So looking at Bitcoin, we know 7 days, it's still green, okay? Here's a nice little correction, consolidation moment. But if you zoom out, that's all consolidation for 3 months. They've literally been consolidating it for 3 months. But let's go a year out. Look at that climb over a year, okay? These are things that you need to see in order to make sound decisions, right? So again, stop getting upset over a correction. Go out there and figure out why. That's what I encourage y'all to do. Okay, I'm encouraging y'all to go out there and do your own research. That's been acronym DYOR across the crypto space for ages. I remember the first time someone told me that on the Discord, and I'm like, DYOR, what the hell are you talking about? Do your own research. I'm like, oh, back to my college days, right? College days of figuring out, hey, I can't just use Wikipedia to write this paper. And so that's what many of y'all are doing. You're relying on someone else to bring you to that knowledge, and that's not what you should be doing. You'll have fun going out there and going into a rabbit hole on the SEC website and be like, oh my God, wow, look at how many S1 filings they have. I can just go right down the line here and find the S1s right there, 128 on Solana. Be like, oh my God, and click file and see how many recent ones there were. Look at that, 31st. I mentioned that in the last video. So these hedge funds have been prepping themselves and waiting to do this because they know what's coming. They know which ones are assets. They already have a mindset of, okay, this blockchain has utility. That brings me back to XRP. XRP, when I hear David Schwartz talk, shout out David Schwartz. This guy's got to be the smartest man on the planet, or one of the smartest men on the planet, humans on the planet. We want this instant gratification across anything, right? So they're making a payment system that's going to compete with Swift that does instant settlements. Okay, I'll be able to send somebody in China, shout out China. I know y'all will be on board soon and approve crypto and unban it. And, I'm excited to see that day come. And so, I'll be able to send some friend in China an instant payment through XRP for next to no cost. I was looking at those large, the person on Twitter that does the tracking. I think it's like Watcher Guru or something, or Whale Alert. It's one of those. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they do the trackings of all the big money movements across different coins, and they were showing the XRP movements and seeing 0.0005 fee of Ethereum for a multi-million-dollar transfer is just ridiculous. Bitcoin or Ethereum can't compete with that. Show me another crypto that can compete with that. I mean, a layer 2 like SHIB, using Bone as its gas fee, maybe it can get close, but I still think XRP has one of the cheapest instantaneous payments of sending crypto from one wallet to another, or one machine to another, as Claire Larson says, out there. That's what their goal is. Their goal is to be a centralized, decentralized crypto. Okay, they're going to be used for the centralized system. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to be from bank to bank or institution to institution. And now they're working on tokenizing. Why is that huge? Okay, well, you keep hearing Jamie Dimon bash Bitcoin, but he says that smart contracts, tokenization, these things are the future. Well, just recently reported, you can see the Med Gold team teams up with Ripple, launches gold and silver tokens on XRPL in Q3. Tokenization innovators Med Gold partnered with Ripple, a U.S. fintech decacorn. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. As a result of the partnership, Med Gold will release 2 new stablecoins on XRP Ledger, backed by gold and silver, respectively. There's your precious metals literally being tokenized. And XRP is doing it. And there's so many people on Twitter that say XRP is going to 29 cents, going to 0. It's a sham. I feel your pain. We've been suppressed. Okay? Not financial advice, but our time is coming. We're right there. We're right at the finish line. You're telling me they don't want to exhaust you? You're telling me these institutions that need their centralized, decentralized crypto back to send these payments across don't want their cryptos back at a reasonable price? They don't want to make new millionaires and billionaires, but they know it's going to happen because some of y'all see that light. And hopefully my video can bring you to that light. So again, this is a huge partnership here. Looking back here at the pricing, I mean, now we're green on the day. I actually was talking to my father and I told him, I said, we have a red Saturday, Friday into Saturday. I said, I bet you we have a green Sunday and then a pump or a potential run up this week because they know something that we don't. And that's where I get the light bulb that's sparking, like, oh, what did they find out that we don't know yet? So I go out there and start searching. And this is the type of searching that I just want y'all to do. Again, I'm not here to sell y'all on anything. I'm not here to say hit that subscribe button or hit that like button. I don't care about any of that. What I care about is making sure y'all are not getting scammed or listening to some fudder who's upset because he sold at a loss. I mean, I feel your pain. We've all, who are being successful in that crypto digital asset space, have all felt that pain. And if you haven't, you know what? Kudos to you. You're very lucky. But many of us have lost money, have been scammed, sold at a loss, which we shouldn't have on some big coins. I mean, I remember selling my 12 billion SHIB because I needed to make a rent payment at the time. I can't believe I did that. You know, so and I sold it at a loss too. And then right after they get the Coinbase listing, I mean, you tell me I wasn't kicking myself in the face. So anyway, I'm here. I'm here to bring y'all to some great news. You know, drop some comments, message me, let me know what y'all want to research. I'll help do the research for you. That's what I love doing. I love going into this, exposing Wall Street. Shout out Roaring Kitty, baby. Keith Gill, the man of the century, you know, showing that he is a better investor than Warren Buffett. I said it, Warren. That's because he's straightforward. He doesn't lie to his people, okay? Telling us that cryptos are basically nothing, but yet you told us Apple was nothing. Now it's your largest holding. Go figure. So, Keith Gill, keep doing what you're doing, man. Kill it and just remember where you came from. And that's what many of us in the crypto space always talk about. Remember where y'all came from, okay? And don't let them scare you. You know, if you look at the overall picture, you zoom out just a little bit, right? Stop focusing on this little, you know, oh, they dipped it on a Friday. Okay, well, why? Go find some logical reasoning why. Maybe they're setting up for something bigger to come, right? So they wanted a lower price to buy in at. They're liquidating longers, they're liquidating shorters, right? They want that extra money because they know that there's going to be enough people that come into money over the long haul here. And so let's recap, right? So we touched on Ethereum ETFs, updating my last video that by the end of June, we'll see those listings across SIBO, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange. We touched on XRP and a lot of the FUD out there on Twitter, known as X. You know, don't fall to that. You know, don't, just because someone's posting, go buy this meme coin, don't fall for that. They're enjoying it now, knowing that that might not be a thing of the future as this becomes more regulated, as those that want to be transparent, like XRP, okay? They're going to be as transparent as possible. They're talking about linking up with a top-tier accounting company to make sure all of this is information that those who want to do their research will see and see the value, see the potential, right? So we touched base on that. Shout out Shib and their team, Shaitoshi. I love what y'all are doing for the people. You know, we touched on the news that XRP is over here doing some big partnerships to tokenized actual assets like gold and silver. Okay. And then, you know, I showed y'all the CME here. This is very important if you're looking at Bitcoin. I do a lot of day trading, so I use this to my advantage, along with Kingfisher, Trading View, and Trading Light. Liquidation heat maps are huge, okay? You can see where that money is moving, and then it allows you to figure out the why, right? You know, and that's the big question that many of you are posting FUD on Twitter, just saying that, oh, it's this or that, this. Why? Give me a logical backing of why. Shout out Kimba. Math is the math. And no, I'm not using that to my advantage. I don't want to be sued or, you know, against some trademark or something. I know that's yours, Kimba gang. But math is the math. And you're 100% right. Numbers don't lie. Okay? So, and then I do want to touch base on a technical analysis video. I had an amazing job. I was working for the government and left because I make more money day trading and using the math and using these logical resources that are available to all of you to day trade and make my ends meet. And I've never been happier. Okay, so while this bull run is ramping up and we're getting excited here and a lot of things are coming, do not let the market movers trick you into seeing what the actual big picture is, okay? Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. There's another consolidation moment. Consolidation, then run up. Consolidation, then run up. You know, it's going to run up here, right? And we're going to see that happen, right? And I mean, go and look at Ethereum. Okay, look at 7 days. Okay, 1 month. Ooh. But then people are going to click 3 months and be like, oh, but they forget to look at that bigger picture. Okay. And that's all I want y'all to do is make sure, and I cannot drive this home enough, you do your own research or follow me. I don't want to say hit that subscribe button or like button because I'd be a hypocrite, but you know what? If you do, follow me. I will bring you to some great knowledge. We'll be looking at who's filing ETFs, what projects are launching utility. I mean, when I heard, again, going back to that comment, Pepe, crypto, okay, go to their website, see what the heck they're doing. Okay, so I like to go to CoinGecko, and then they usually have their website listed right there, and then you can go through it, see what they're actually to create a wallet. Okay, so I'm going through here. Tell me how a coin that is, these memes are copying. That's why Shaitoshi says they don't put timelines out. They don't tell you exactly what they're doing because in the crypto space, until it's regulated, people are going to steal your ideas, steal what you're doing. I don't see a blockchain being built, but SHIB's got it. SHIB's got an everything app coming. They got stuff that, Pepe, you're doing great things for people. You're making people money. You ain't flipping SHIB. Let's be real. So people, again, this is Kid Crypto, just bringing you some great knowledge, bringing you those updates, especially across XRP, SHIB, and then looking at when we can expect those Ethereum ETFs to be listed. Stay tuned. I'm watching XRP, SHIB, and other cryptos daily, hourly, minutely. People see me at the gym, they see me out at the grocery store, and I have it on my phone, on my tablet, everything. I'm watching it all day. And that's what I'm here to do for y'all so I can make sure y'all have what you need. So until next time, take it easy, y'all.